welcome back. Learning goals for today in Standard 6GA1. I can compose and decompose figures into rectangles and triangles. I can calculate the area of composite figures. So here we have a figure that is not just a normal shape. So we have to cut it into pieces and determine the area of each piece and put it together, or we could determine the area of the outside shell and subtract the area that's not shaded. So what do I mean by that? So if we look, and I'm not gonna draw it very straight, I could make this into an entire square. Well, let's pretend it's an entire square. And I can find the area of the entire shape and then subtract this portion out, the area of this portion out, to find the area of just the shaded area. So let's do this one that way. So we have a shape that, if I draw this correctly, is 10 by 12. And we need to know what we're finding the area of, first of all. So it's a rectangle, right? It's 10 by 12, 4 sides, 4 right angles. So our formula is base times height. So I'm going to substitute in now. So I have area, substitute in 10 for the base and 12 for the height. So my area of the entire rectangle is 120 inches squared. Now, I need to subtract out, so I'm going to label this. I need to subtract out this green area that I shaded. So we have to figure out, well, what are the lengths? So here it says this whole thing is 10. And I need to know what the length of the green area is. So 10 minus 5 is 5. So this section right here as well is 5. And then on the other side, so the entire area is from here. I'm sorry. My pen gets all messed up. It is 12. And this little section there is 5. So that means 12 minus 5 is 7. So once again, I have to remember what I'm finding the area of. I am finding the area of a rectangle again, and I am finding the area of this red and green rectangle. So I'm going to subtract that from the entire area. So area of a rectangle, once again, is base times height. So I'm going to take area, I'm going to substitute it in. 5 times 7. And the area of that little rectangle is 35 inches squared. So now I have to take the area of the entire rectangle, which is 120 inches squared, and subtract the 35 inches squared. So that will be 85 inches squared. And that is the area of the blue portion. So the shaded portion. And that's what we found. So this one I think will break apart. So I see, when I look at this, I see an arrow, and I see that it can be broken down into two distinct shapes. I have a rectangle or a square. This one's actually a square. And I have a triangle. So I know how to find the area of both. Let's start by finding the area of the square or the rectangle. So since it is a square, I know my formula is area equals base times height. Here, both my base and my height are 6. So my area is 36 feet squared. And I'm just going to label that right in the middle. Now I need to find the area of the triangle. So the area of the triangle is our formula. Since we know a triangle has 3 sides and 3 angles, and it is half a rectangle, so we do area equals 1/2 base times height is our formula. Our height here is 12, but we have to figure out what our base is. So we have this little 2-foot section over here, and this is also 2 feet. And then the middle is 6. So 6 plus 2 plus 2, so this is actually 10. So area equals 1/2 10 times 12. So the area equals 60 feet squared. So I'm going to label that right here too. So whenever we're going to put something together, we're just going to add them. So if the area of the triangle is 60 feet squared and the area of the rectangle is 36 feet squared, and I want to know them together, I add them. And that equals 96 feet squared. Do not forget your units, and do not forget your units are squared. Okay, you try it. Calculate the area of this triangle. Make sure you write this down in your notes.